Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I am Abe with MysticGenmara.com, a small town mystic from the middle of Idaho, and today I would like to offer the elemental reading for the week of February 25th through March 3rd or 2nd. I read by the elements, so if you would prefer zodiac, I have a link in the description as to why I read elements. I'm more familiar with them in general, but we'll get started by looking at the runes for the week. I pulled 2 runes per element, and we start off with the zodiac cycle, which is we go fire, earth, air, then water. And for fire, it's Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius if you're more zodiac oriented, but like I said, I read for the collective element here. So I read intuitively, so we'll pull the messages from the little book, and then we'll allow Source to bring in any further messages as we go along. So for fire's first rune, we have Tiwaz, which is Tyr's symbol, god of war. It is the color of bright red, fitting in with fire. The tarot card is Justice. Astrology is Libra. Interesting little combo there because that's more of an air thing. And the meaning is signifies courage, energy, the power to weave the patterns of your own life. So fire this week is really about you have the ability, you have the drive, you have the desire, and this week is coming in to say you also have the guidance of Source, Spirit, God, Divine, helping you make your life the way you would like it to. Even though this is kind of a symbol of the God of War because you have the arrow, which is more militaristic, that doesn't mean it's negative. It means you can conquer the challenges that come up this week because you have the ability to see around, see alternatives, see new ways of dealing with said situations. So your other rune is... Nope, not that one. Some of these runes look very similar to others, so you have to double check to make sure you're not getting the wrong one. My life is insane right now, sorry. It's a lightning bolt. It's this symbol, and for some reason I'm not finding the lightning bolt. But the closest thing that I've got on this little page, some of the books all have different, even the runes, the books that come with the runes aren't always accurate. But it is Sowilu, which is the sun, white and silver. The tarot card is the sun card. Astrology is the sun planet. The meaning is good health and happiness, wholeness, charity, enlightenment, and success. Fire this week is really just looking like you have the Midas touch. Whatever your plans are, whatever your goals are, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish this week, this is the time to really take action. If there's something that you've been pushing off till later, the energy that's coming forward is you've kind of got everything lined up. This is a good time to take those next steps. If you're working on a project and you're almost completed, the runes are saying this is the time to see if you can finish it. Everything is going to work out for the best because you have one of your elements, which is the sun, but you also have Tiwaz, which is working with justice and that aggressive energy. So you've got a lot building for you this week, Fire. So it's really saying you've got this. If you had questions or doubts or you weren't quite sure, this is the divine saying, you know what? Maybe it's time to reevaluate a little bit because you've got some things moving on in your favor. So again, these are general readings, so take what works and leave the rest. But it's definitely looking like Fire has got some up and ups going right this week, so that's a good thing. Let's take a peek at our Earth family, which is Taurus, Virgo, and and Capricorn. And we have well, you have one of the similar ones. You have the Soilu, which is sun. White and silver, tarot and astrology are the same. It's the sun. A rune of good health and happiness, wholeness, clarity, enlightenment, and success. Earth, it's looking like you're starting off with a bang. This is really saying you've got the energy going forward. They're showing me spring, so it's like this is your chance to bloom, your chance to sprout forward. So what I'm hearing is, for Earth, if there's something that you've been wanting to start, now is the time to do it, because you've got the sun shining on your project, and it's a good time to step up into that light. Your other one is Berkana, and this is the birth rune. Color is dark green, which is perfect for Earth. The tarot card is the Empress, and the astrology zodiac symbol is Virgo. Renewal, promise of new beginnings, new growth, birth, family, and home. So this one is really calling you into that birthing process and that growth. With these two, because you have to have the sun for growth to occur, you have the solar energy building and saying the sun is shining on the projects. You've been putting this off for a little while, and they're saying it's not like it's been a bad thing, and the timing just wasn't right. This week, the timing is way more aligned than it's been, so definitely take an examination of those things that you are going to start. If you're already in the middle of a project, this could be the time to take a next step or to bring something new in. But overall, this is really saying there's new things coming, new projects. There could be, I'm hearing new birth announcements, so who knows if that's, that could be something interesting coming in too. But this week is really about moving forward, and it's really about getting things moving in the right direction and starting. If you've been thinking about it, kind of hemming and hawing, playing that, should I yet? Maybe I should wait? Universe is saying, stop waiting. Stop procrastinating. This is the time to get going. Spring is in the air, which means we are working with new energy, and you've got a vibrancy that's coming forward. That's what's coming up for our Earth fam. So let's take a peek at air. And for air, we're starting off with Gibo or Gabo, which is a blessing rune. There we go. And it is generosity. The color is deep blue, a little interesting for air, which is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. None of those line up with blue specifically. The tarot card is the Lovers. The astrology associated with this little guy here is Pisces. This is a sign of gifts, generosity, giving, people coming together, relationships deepening. Air, if you are in a relationship, what can you do this week to reconnect with your partner? What can you do this week to take that relationship a little bit deeper? It doesn't mean, going all out on a big vacation, but is there a way that you could set aside time for a date night if you're a married couple? If you're single and you have a friend group, find something to do with your friends. This is about reconnecting and deepening with a social circle, but it's also a gift time. Be open to receiving and be generous with yours. Giving and receiving are different sides of the same coin. The energy is identical. Whether you're giving or whether you're receiving, receive with grace, give with generosity. So you've got a combination of energies. So this one could be a giving or a receiving energy, but it's also really talking about deepening those relationships, reconnecting with your partner, your friend group, building something up this week in the relationship center. And your other rune is, if I can say the name, Othila, which is your ancestral property. Okay. Color is deep yellow. Tarot card is the moon. Astrology is the full moon. That's awesome because this reading starts at the end of the full moon cycle. And it signifies possession of inheritance, real property, inherited abilities, and traits. So with these two, the gift could be a physical property, and that could be a physical ring, that could be physical wealth, it could be a lot of different physical things, but you also have this Gabo, the gifting, so you've got property and gifts. So there's something coming in this week that means your status is going to improve. There's gifts coming in, there's energy flowing to you, And real property doesn't have to be like I own something. It could be a relationship that has gotten stronger, because in reality, the value and the prosperity is not just the physical. And this Othello rune is a prosperity rune. So if it's the prosperity, the abundance of your relationship and the deepening of that, that could also very well be the case with these two runes working together. But you definitely have a positive swing coming in this week, which is awesome because we're moving towards the spring equinox very quickly. So that is a lot of prosperity, a lot of abundance, a lot of fertility coming forward. So air, be ready for some for some interesting weeks. And like I said, it could be something like an inheritance, but it also could be something more etheric as a relationship deepening or getting stronger. So let's hear what the runes have to say for our water family. And what runes do we got for water? Water is always an interesting one because it's it's based off of intuition, the whole sign is, and so when those runes start to come forward, it's very interesting. Water covers Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. For your first rune, our Pisceans, we have Iwaz, which is the yew tree. This is the sacred tree. It is color is dark blue, the tarot is the Hanged Man, and the astrology is Scorpio, following under the water. Protection signifies a time of death and rebirth. Use foresight and perseverance. This energy for water is really about paying attention to the signs and symbols of things that are going on right now. This could be a time of pulling away to make some re-examining of where your life is, where it's going, and what can be happening. This one, especially when you're working with Scorpio energy, some people would see it as negative, but it's that I'm going to find the truth at all costs. And that's where Scorpio is a little more hostile in some cases, because they will literally peel it away, and it doesn't matter who they hurt to get to the truth. And with this particular combination with Iwaz, when you're in the Hanged Man pose, you're looking at things from a different perspective so you can understand it from a deeper space. And that's what this is talking about, is sometimes you have to make yourself uncomfortable so that you can actually see things in the way they are. That doesn't mean it's good, bad, indifferent. Sometimes you have to go through an uncomfortable position, an uncomfortable time of life to understand the truth behind a situation. With the Iwaz, the Hanged Man, he's always hanging by one foot upside down. Not comfortable in the slightest, but through that that uncomfortableness, he gains insight and clarity. So this may not be the best week, water, but your second rune is the Gibo, blessings and generosity. So this is actually very much a water-based week because you have the deep blue coming forward, the lovers, and the astrology of Pisces and Scorpio. That's actually kind of funny. This is a sign of gifts, generosity, and giving. People come together and relationships deepen. And the reason I find it funny is one of my closest friends, her and her partner are Pisces Scorpio combo, so this is like calling out to them. With that being said, this combination is interesting because the gift is in the knowledge. It's not going to be comfortable, it's not going to be easy, but you're going to receive what you need for further growth. Water is about emotional growth, spirituality growth, and coming off of a full moon in Virgo, this is really about what is it you're wanting to develop, what truth, what illusion do you want to strip away, what truth do you want to be revealed. These are gifts and blessings, but they're not always the most comfortable, water. So this is a week of self-evaluation, looking at things from the different perspective, and being critical of, they're saying being critical of yourself, but that doesn't mean it in a negative perspective. It's being critical of the illusions. Water likes to make things nice. They don't want to stir the boat. They don't want to stir the pot. This set of runes is saying sometimes you need to step back and look at things, peel that illusion away, because you're holding up a picture of a beautiful flat ocean, but when you take the picture down, it's a boiling sea of water. Looking at those illusions and breaking them down is what is coming up for this week for water. So, I hope those messages resonate for you guys. I will be dropping next month's readings here shortly, so you can check those out. If you enjoyed this type of reading on Sundays, if you would let me know in the comments down below, I can keep going this route. I do enjoy working with the runes. It's just, like I said, for divination, it's not one of my strong points, but I'm trying to get better at different aspects of life. So let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are if you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next video.